Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to our VR Signals Academy. Today we are going to discuss the last chapter of class 10 CBSE, that is surface areas and volumes. Yeah, so before going deep, the first very important thing is that to learn the formulae of this 3D shape figures. The first one is the cuboid, cube, cone, cylinder, sphere, and hemisphere. So these are the 3D shaped figures and diagrams over here, and we are going to have the formula of curved surface area or lateral surface area. Lateral surface area, and then the total surface area, and then the last one is the volume. Done. So what is a curved surface area or the lateral surface area? So we know that the for a rectangle it is 2 into L plus B will be the perimeter. So here in the 3D shape, the extra is the height. Okay, height will be the extra dimension. So it's 2 into L plus B into H. Coming to the cube, it is 4. So curved surface area, the sides. Okay, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, front, back, behind, and backside. It is called 4a square. And coming to the cone, it is pi r into L. So what is L? So L is the slant height, and if you take this as the right angle triangle, it is can be derived by the Pythagoras theorem. So it will be like L is equals to root of h square plus r square. Done. So this is a pi rl, and coming to the cylinder, it is 2 pi r h, and the sphere, it is 4. Just imagine 4 sides, front, back, and this side. So 4 pi r squares. The area of a circle is pi r square, so 4 sides, 4 pi r squares, and it is a hemisphere only the tops. So just curved surface area, only two sides, we are cutting it, right? So it is 2 pi r square. Done. So coming to the total surface area. So here the top and bottom also includes. So it is 2 into LB plus BH into H. And coming to the cube, 4a square, and top and bottom also 6a square, pi rl. So pi r L will be the curved surface area, and also the circle is there, right? So the circle's area is pi r square. Done. Coming here, first we will write the curved surface area, and not only, and we have two circles here, so it will be 2 pi r square. Done. And 4 pi r square will be the complete volume of the sphere, and here it is 2 pi r square plus pi r square, because the circle is also has to be taken, so it will become 3 pi r square. Done. Coming to the volume, this is L into B into H, and for the cube it is A cubed, and for the cone it is 1 by 3 pi r square H, cylinder pi r square H, 4 by 3 pi r square, and hemisphere it is 2 by 3 pi r cubed. So these are the important formula of this chapter. So take a minute, learn and practice through the figures and learn it. So let us go to the problems now. So here is the first question. So I want to just tell you all, surface areas is all about the visualization. Okay, it's all about the visualization, the way you visualize the question, and you need to think a bit how to how the question is being asked, and what formula you have to use, and You also need to have proper understanding of the question. Okay, so these are all small logics tricks helps you to solve the problem. It's just not by hiding and just substituting, but before that you need to understand the question carefully, visualize it properly, and you need to discern what needs to be taken from the question, what's need to be proved. You have to know that. So this is very important. So it comes only by practicing the more number of questions, that really helps you out. So here is a question. It's been written that here a canal is 300 centimeters wide and 120 centimeters deep. The water in the canal is flowing at a speed of 20 km per hour. How much area will it irrigate in 20 minutes if 8 centimeters of standing water is desired? First, write down the given. So they told that the volume of water flows in the canal in 1 hour. So how can you know the volume? Volume is nothing but the width of the canal into the depth, right? So if this is my canal, so this is a canal, okay? This I'm just drawing it like this. So the width of the canal into the depth. This is the width. This might be the canal. Okay, I'm just visualizing like this. This is the canal with water. This is the width and this is the depth. Okay, if I multiply width into depth, I'll get the volume of this canal, right? So yes, write down that. So volume of water flows in the canal. Flows in the canal in 1 hour will be equal to width of the canal, width of the canal into depth. This is what you have to understand, you have to know it. Okay, done. And also, yes, they have also given the speed, how much the speed the water is being flown. So when you multiply it with the speed, then only you will get the total volume of the water flowing in the canal. So speed of canal also you have to multiply over here. Done. Directly we'll get the answer. So 3 into 1.2 into 20 into 1000. The reason why I'm taking 1000 because they have given in kilometers. So 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meter cubed. So I'm taking it as 1000. Done. When you multiply, you will get the answer 72,000 meter cubed. So in 1 hour we got this one. So done. Now in 20 minutes. So now in 20 minutes, the volume of water is equals to volume of water is equal to 72,000 into 20 divided by 60. That is equals to 24,000. Yeah, if you multiply, you got 24,000 meter cubed. The volume of water in 20 minutes. Okay, done. The reason why I did divided by 60 because it is in hour, so we have to convert it into minutes. So I'm writing here the conversion. So 1 kilometer equal to, yeah, so 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meters and 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. This is a conversion that I used here. Yep. Now we got the volume of the water in 20 minutes. Done. And they told that if 8 centimeters of standing water is desired. Yeah, done. So area irrigated in 20 minutes if 8 centimeter, that is, I want in meters, right? So 0.08 meters. I'm writing here 1 centimeter equal to 1 by 100 meter. Okay, done. 0.0 meters standing required. What that is? So just you have to divide it by 24,000 divided by 0.08. We need to solve this. So it becomes like 24,000 by 8 into here 100. So 8 ones are 8. 8 threes are 24. So we got 300,000 meters square. Okay, if you can just stop it there, and if you want to write in hectares, it will get as 30 hectares, because 1 hectare equal to 10,000 meters square. We can also write it as 30 hectares. Yes. Yes, in this question they told that there are two cones having their heights in the ratio 1:3 and their radii in the ratio 3:1. What is the ratio of the volumes? That it is a direct question. So you have to remember the volume of the cone. So what is the volume of a cone formula? Volume of cone is equals to 1 by 3 pi r square h. This is the volume of the cone. They told two cones. So now what I'm taking the ratio of the volumes. Before that they gave the ratio of the radius. R they have given. So R, I'm taking the first cone as V1 and the second cone as the V2. And the radius of the first cone as R1 and the radius of the second cone I'm taking it as R2. So R1 is equals to R1 by R2 they have given us 3 by 1, that is 3:1. Done. And also they told the heights ratio also. They am taking H1 as the height of the first cone and H2 as the height of the second cone. Then H1 by H2 they have given it as uh, 1 by 3. Done. So directly I'm taking it as R1 and so 3R1 as the radius of the first cone, and R R2 as the radius of the second cone. Here I am taking directly as the H1 as the height of the first cone and 3H2. So no need to take this, okay? Yes. So I'll tell you in a very simple way. Don't want to confuse you people. Yep. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it as a constant R. Whenever a ratio want to be equated, we can multiply with a constant, right? So R1, I'm taking R as a constant over here. So R1 will be equal to 3R and R2 will be equal to just R. Taking as the constant R. And here I'm taking constant H. So H1 will be equal to H and H2 will be equal to 3H. Done. Now volume of the first cone by volume of the second cone. So 1 by 3 pi R1 square H1 divided by 1 by 3 pi R2 square H2. Cancel the pi's in the 1 by 3. So what is R1? We got it as 3R whole square into H divided by R into 3H. R square into 3H. So 9R square H by 3R square H. 3R square H. R square H cancel. 3 ones are 3 threes are 9. We got 3 by 1. The ratio of the volumes is 3:1 is the answer. Yes, here is another question. A cubical ice cream brick of edge 22 centimeters. They are telling that it is a cube. So just first draw a cube. So this is a cube of ice cream, and just I'm drawing it off. Please don't consider this. Just consider this is a cube, okay? I'm very bad in drawing the figures. Yes. So cube. This is a cube of ice cream, and this complete ice cream is how much? It has a 22 centimeters of side. They told you, okay? And this cube, what they are doing? They are distributing to some children, and they're filling. They're taking one scoop of ice cream to fill up one cone. Okay, so they have taken some cones. Okay, let me take, this is a cone. Okay, like that they have taken some number of cones. We don't know how many number of cones they have taken. They have taken so many cones, like that, so many cones. Okay, and to this cones they are taking some ice cream, and they're filling this cube of ice cream of the parts into the cones. Okay, and they gave the radius of this cone is 2 centimeters and the height is 7 centimeters. Done. So how many number of cones are required to fill this entire cube of ice cream? That is a question. Okay, first of all, what is the volume of the cube? Volume of the cubical ice cream or cubical brick, okay, something that is equals to what? A cubed, right? So 22 cubed, that is equals to 22 into 22 into 22 centimeters will be the volume of this entire cube. And now we know the what is the volume of cone. So volume of cone, we know it as 1 by 3 into pi into r is how much? 2 square into 7. And we know we don't know how many number of cones we need to fill this entire cube. So I'm assuming that assume n number of cones are required. Okay, n number of cones are required to fill the entire cube, to fill the full cube of ice cream. Full cube. Okay, done. So now I have to multiply with this n into this total number of volume, right? Number of cones into total number of volume of this is what? 1 by 3 into pi into 2 square into h. This complete number of cones into the volume of cone will be equal to the total cube of ice cream, right? See that the complete ice cream is here. This complete ice cream we are just distributing and dividing into some n number of cones. So, okay, so this complete ice cream which is filled in n number of cones will be equal to the total ice cream which is in the cube. What is a cube volume? 22 into 22 into 22. So now we have to solve this question. Sorry, I didn't write here the height. Okay, height is what? 7 centimeters, right? Yeah, that is 7. Done. So now let us solve this. So yeah, n into 1 by 3 into 22 by 7, that is into 2 into 2 into 7, that is equals to 22 into 22 into 22. Elaborate while calculating in surface areas, elaborate everything, expand everything and start cancelling it. Okay, 22 22 cancel here, 7 7 cancel, and then anything can we do? No. So yes, 2 2s are is how much? 4. Yeah, 2 2s are is 4. 4n divided by 3, that is equals to 22 into 22. So n is equals to 22 into 22 into 3 divided by 4. So when after calculating this you will get 363. So therefore this complete cube, okay, is filled with for 363 cones, and 363 children are going to get ice cream cones. Got this ice cream cones. Okay, this is the way how you have to analyze and solve. Yeah, 3 cubes of a metal. There are total how many cubes are there? 3 cubes are there, and they of a metal whose edges are in the ratio 3:4:5, and they are melted. Okay, so done, and they are converted into a single cube whose diagonal is 12 2 3. Find the edges of the 3 cubes. So edges, if they are giving edges also, if they give one side also, all sides are equal for a cube, right? Done. So they gave in the ratio actually, and they are telling there are 3 cubes. Done. So the ratio of 3 cubes, the ratio of 3 cubes is equals to how much? 3:4:5. Now let the edges be, so I'm multiplying with one constant. Whenever they give you the ratio, to convert it into a number, you need to multiply with a constant. So I'm taking x as the constant here. So 3x, 4x and 5x will be the edges. Done. So now I want to find out the volume of these cubes. There are total 3 cubes. Let me find out the volume. So if I know the volume, then I can understand that entire volume has been again made into a single cube. That's what is said in the question. So volume of cube after melting. Done. So what is the formula? A cubed, right? So 3, I'm taking all the 3 cubes. So a cubed, a cubed, a cubed. So 3x whole cubed plus 4x. I'm taking all 3 cubes. So I'm adding all the 3 cubes because they melted all the 3 cubes and they made into a single cube. So 5x whole cubed. That is equals to 9x cubed plus 16x cubed plus 25x cubed. That is equals to 216 x cubed. Okay, done. This is our a cube formula. So yes, a is equals to this cube. Cancel, and cube root of 16 is how much? 6. So a equal to 6x. I'm writing another step. Cube root of 216x cubed, right? From this we got it as 6x. So and they also given that diagonal of this cube is how much? 12 root 3. So what is the formula of the diagonal of a cube? Generally the diagonal of a cube formula is a root 3, that is equals to 12 root 3. So root 3 cancel. So a value I got it as 12. Done. So let me substitute this in the equation number 1. If you put in the equation number 1, 6x is equals to 12. So x value will be equal to 12 by 6. That is equals to 2. So now substitute this x value in our cubes. Okay, putting 2 in the edges. So edges of all the cubes of 3 cubes, I'm just writing it out in a one step. That is 3 into 2, that is equals to 6, and 4 into 2, that is equals to 8, and 5 into 2, that is equals to 10. These are the edges of the solid. No, don't forget to write the dimensions. Okay, centimeters. Done. Yeah. Find the number of the solid spheres, each of diameter 6 centimeters, that can be made by melting a solid metal cylinder of height 45 centimeters and diameter 4 centimeters. First, let us write down the given. So, they have given diameter of solid sphere. Diameter of solid sphere, that is equals to 6 centimeters. Done. And they also given the diameter of cylinder. Diameter of cylinder, that is equals to 4 centimeter. And they have given the height of cylinder, that is equals to h is equals to 45 centimeter. And they given the radius of sphere. I am taking it as R1, that is equal to 6 by 2, that is 3 centimeters. Done. And they have given the radius of cylinder, that is R2 is equals to 4 by 2, that is equals to 2 centimeter. So now we don't know how many number of spheres are there. So I am taking just like the previous question. Let n be the number of spheres. Okay. Let n be the number of spheres. Done. So now n into volume of one sphere. So we don't know how many spheres they have done. So I'm taking the n number of spheres, and this complete n number of spheres are equal to the volume of the cylinder because they melted, right? So this will be equal to the volume of the cylinder. This cylinder. See the question. Find the number of solid spheres. Okay. That can by melting a cylinder. This cylinder is being melted nicely, and that melted part they done some number of spheres. So this is the main thing that you have to know, this main concept, the main the thing that you have to visualize. So that cylinder which is melted will be equal to the n number of spheres. Okay, now just substitute the volumes of both of them. N into 4 by 3 into pi r 1 cubed, that is equals to pi r2 square h. Done. So here the sphere's radius is different and the cylinder's radius is different. Note it. Okay, now n is equals to 4 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 3 into 3 into 3, and here also 22 by 7 into 2 into 2 into 45. So cancel the 22 by 7, 22 by 7, and cancel the 3 over here. So 4 3s are 12. Yes, I think we can also do here. 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are 3, 3 fives are 15. Done. Yeah. So, yep. And also, yeah, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. Again, 2 2 cancel. Done. So, yes, everything was cancelled over here. Yeah. So, 15. Yeah. Okay. Done. Yes, so let me check it again. 22 by 7, 22 by 7 is cancelled, and 3 3 is cancelled, and 3 ones are 3 3 fives are 15. Done. So yeah, 2 ones, 2 twos are 4, 2 2 was cancelled. Done. So 3n is equals to 15. So n is equals to 15 by 3, that is 5. So we got n value as 5. So total number of spheres is how much? 5 spheres have been prepared by the melting of the cylinder. Yes, and let us move to the long questions. Here they will be you will be given the figure as well, and you have to analyze and visualize properly, and we need to solve these questions. Yeah, it was said that Rashid got a playing top Lattu as his birthday present. Okay, playing top. Okay, it will be like this, which surprisingly had no color on it. He wanted to color it with crayons. The top is shaped like a cone surmounted by a hemisphere. The top is like a hemisphere. Okay, the entire top is 5 centimeters in height, and the diameter of the top is 3.5 centimeters. So now we have to find out the area to color, means complete area of the hemisphere, also the area of this triangle. If we just add both of this, we will get out the complete area to color. Done. So yes, so what is the total surface area of this toy? If you see the curved surface area, only the curved surface area, not this line. Okay, only the curved surface area of this hemisphere and the curved surface area of this cone. If we take the curved surface of it, curved means what? Only the sides. Okay, only the sides. Come on. First, let me write down what is the total surface area of toy here. That is equals to curved surface area of hemisphere plus, this is the hemisphere. Okay, this is the hemisphere curved surface. Now I want the curved surface area of the cone, that is sides. So curved surface area of the cone. When I add this, I'll get the total thing. Yeah. Yes. Now, so what is the curved surface area of the hemisphere? Yeah, curved surface area of the hemisphere is 1 by 2 into 4 pi r square, right? Just half of the sphere. So it is like, let me write directly without avoiding confusion. Okay, curved surface area of the hemisphere is 2 pi r square. Yes. What is the curved surface area of the cone? We will do it. First, let me do the curved surface area of the hemisphere first, and then we will add it. Okay, curved surface area of hemisphere. hemisphere. That is 2 pi r square. That is 2 into 22 by 7 into what is the radius that they have given here? Radius is the 3.5 centimeters of the hemisphere. So this is the diameter, right? So we have to do 3.5 by 2. 3.5 by 2 into 3.5 divided by 2. Yes. So 2 cancel, 2 ones, 2 elevens are, 7 ones are, 7.5 are. So we got it as 11 into 0.5 into 3.5. So multiply all these three and we got it as 19.25 centimeters square. This is a curved surface area of this hemisphere. I got it as 19.25. This one. Okay, done. Now let us find out the curved surface area of the cone. So curved surface area of the cone, yes, you know, like we need the slant heights, both slant heights, right? So slant height, we have to first of all find out slant height. L is what I said. It is like just the Pythagoras theorem. It is root of r square plus h square. What is r? They have given us 3.5 divided by 2 whole square plus h is 3.25 whole square. Done. Yeah. So yes, are you confused how I got this 3.25? Let me tell you. This total is 5, right? The total is 5. 5 minus what is the, and here it is exactly the radius, no? This is the radius r. So r is what? 3.5. 3.5 by 2. Yes, when I subtract this total 5 minus 3.5 divided by 2. So when I do it this 10 minus 3.5 by 2, I got it as 3.25 centimeters will be our height of this cone. Okay, this part. This part I got it as 3.25. Done. So 3.25 whole square. So yeah. Now approximately, yeah, after solving this, yes, 3.5 by 2 whole square means approximately like 2 ones are 2, 2 sevens are 14, 2 fives are 10. It just goes like the 1.75 square plus 3.25 square. Yeah. So approximately might be, it will be like 3 point, yeah. It is like 1.75. I'm going to take it as 2, 3.25. So 3 plus 2 is 5, right? So root of 5. If you take 4, root 4 is 2. So it is nearby like 5 to 6. So I'm going to take it as something like 3. It will be approximately like 3 point some 7 or like that. So I'm taking it as approximately. I'm writing here approximately. Done. So therefore, this curved surface area, yeah, the curved surface area of cone is the formula is pi RL. So pi RL, come on, substitute 22 by 7 into R is how much they have given? 3.5 by 2 into L, we got it as approximately 3.7. Done? Yes. Now 2 ones are 2 elevens are 7 1 7.5 are. So multiply 11 into 0.5 into 3.7. 0.5 we can write it as 5 by 10. Yeah, so 55 by 10, 55 by 5 by 10 means we get to 5.5. So we can write it directly as 5.5 into 3.7, and after multiplying this we got it as 20.35 centimeters square. Okay, done. This is all about a cone. Yeah, now we have to do the surface area of the top. Complete surface area. Okay, complete surface area of the top we have to add. Yes, so add both the cones surface cones volume and also with the hemispheres. Okay, yeah. So it is 19.25 plus 20.35 centimeter square, that is equals to approximately 39.6 centimeter square. I'm writing it approximately because I'm not, nobody can get that, it takes long time for the calculation, right? So you can just make it approximately. Okay, yeah. So Mayank made a bird bath for his garden in the shape of a cylinder. Okay, in the shape of cylinder with a hemispherical depression. With a hemispherical depression. Okay, done. So if you see here, we have a cylinder and also we have a hemisphere. Okay, at one end. Okay, the height of the cylinder they have given 1.45. Radius also they have given 30. Find the total surface area of the bird bath. Done. So how can first let us visualize this? So what is the total surface area over here? First of all, we have to find the curved surface area, the total curved surface area of the cylinder. Yes, after getting the curved surface area of the cylinder, also I need to find out the curved surface area of the hemisphere. Why? Because see, the in the shape of a cylinder with a hemispherical depression. So it was depressed. So first, so the above part is not there. Only this part. Let me draw it now. Yeah, it will be like this. Okay, it will be like this. Okay, this is the way. So we have to find out the total surface area of this shape. Okay, you have to imagine and visualize it. Okay, so it was depressed now. The water is only here. It was completely depressed, and the shape is like this. So we have to find. So how? First of all, I have to take the curved surface area of this cylinder. Yeah, and then I have to take the curved surface area of this hemisphere. Then automatically I'll get the answer directly. Yes, let us write down the total surface area of bird bath is equals to curved surface area of cylinder plus curved surface area of hemisphere. Done. So what is the curved surface area of the cylinder? We all know 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r square. 2 pi r take out common, make it simple, h plus r square. That is equals to 2 into 22 by 7. They gave the radius directly as 30, and h 1.45 meters. So I'm converting it into centimeters. So 145 centimeter it will be. So 145. Yeah, 145 centimeters plus 30 centimeters. Okay. This is the total surface area. Area no, so it will be in the centimeter square. Yeah, done. So now let us solve this. 44 into 30 by 7 into, so 0, 7, 170. Done. So 7 ones are 7, 7 twos 14, 7 fours are 28.22 something, it will be coming like that. So 20 approximately I'm taking it. So multiply 44 into 30 into 24.2. And after multiplying these three, it will be around like 33,000 some centimeter square. To convert it into meter, just divide it into divided by 100 square, then it will come 3.3 meters square. Done. Yes. Two cubes, each of volume 64 centimeter cube, are joined end to end like this. So we need to find the surface area of the complete cuboid. When see, it looks like a cuboid, right? Yeah, it is looking like a cuboid now, right? It's like a cuboid only. But it has two cubes inside it. Okay, done. And they have given the volume of cuboid. Let us write down given. They told that volume of cube is how much? 64 centimeter cube. It is each cube, not each cube. Okay, and that implies a cubed is equals to 64. So a is equals to cube root of 64. So cube root of 64 is how much? 4 centimeter is our a. Done. Also now what will happen? See, this is 4, this is 4, and this is completely 8. This will be our length and this will be our breadth. Yeah, done. And while height will also be the 8 centimeters only. Done. Let me write here. Now length will be equal to, total length will be equal to, yeah, see the length, breadth and height. Okay, done, done, done. See, this is the length. Okay, sorry, yeah, this is the length, this is the breadth, and this is the height. Length, breadth, height. Yeah, now it is correct. Yep. So length is equals to 4 centimeters and breadth is equals to 4 centimeters, and now height is equals to 8 centimeters. Done. Now we got L and B and H. Now let us find the complete surface area of the cuboid with the direct formula. Surface area of cuboid is equals to 2 into LB plus BH plus LH. Yes. Now let us do directly. I'm doing 4 into, so L into B. Yeah. 4 into 4. 16 plus 8 fours are 32 plus 32. Done. So it will be equal 2 into 80, that is equals to 160 centimeter square is the total surface area of the cuboid. Done. Yeah. A tent is in the shape of a cylinder. Okay. Done. And it is surmounted with a conical top. There is a cylinder here and it has a conical top. Okay. If the height and the diameter of the cylindrical part are 2.1 meters and 4 meters respectively, and the slant height they have given directly, everything they have given. See, they gave slant height. Yes, they gave the radius and they also given the height. Okay, done. Find the area of the canvas used for making the tent. Okay, also find the cost of the canvas and they have given a rate. So to make a tent, it will be the combination of a cone and cylinder, just as in the figure. Done. So and also from the question it was given that diameter is equals to 4 meters, slant height they have given 2.8 meters. Okay, and also radius they have given as 4 by 2, that is equals to 2 meters. Done. And also we have height of the cylinder they have given as 2.1 meters. All this they have already given us, and we require the surface area of the tent. What is surface area of this complete tent? Surface area of tent is equals to, we need to add both the cylinder and the surface area of cylinder, yes, plus surface area of the cone, that is the top. When we add both the cylinder and the top, then we will get the total surface area. Done. So yes, pi RL is the surface area of cylinder and 2 pi RH is the surface area of the cone. Yes, take pi r as common, L plus 2H. Done. Yeah, by substituting the values, we'll get 22 by 7 into 2 into L 2.8 plus 2 into what is H 2.1, 4.2. Done. So solve this and you will get it as, after doing, we will get approximately 44 meters square. Now they want to find the complete rate of the tent and they told the rate is like rupees 500 meters square. Yeah, let me erase this. Okay, now. Yeah. So the cost of canvas at rate is how much? 500 per meter square. Done. Will be equal to how much? Total surface area into 500. Done. And that is equals to rupees 2000, 22,000 it is. Yeah. Will be the total cost. Done. Yes. A solid toy is in the form of a hemisphere surmounted by a right circular cone. Okay. The height of the cone they have given us 2 centimeters, diameter of the base 4. So we need to determine the volume of the toy. And if a right circular cylinder circumscribes the toy, find the difference between the volumes of the cylinder and toy. Done. So, yes, let this BPC, this part, okay. Yeah, let this BPC is there, no, on this part is the hemisphere, completely hemisphere, and this top is there, no, this one, ABC, BPC and ABC. This complete is the toy, okay. And this toy, it is circumscribed by a cylinder around it. Okay, then so we need to find the volume of the cylinder, also the cone, also the hemisphere. Okay, done. Let us start doing this problem. Yeah. Let BPC be the hemisphere. Okay. And ABC be the cone standing on it. Okay. Cone standing on it. Done. So now BO is how much now? What is BO? They told that the diameter of the base is 4 centimeters. So it is a 4, total is 4 centimeters. So it will be like 4 by 2. 4 by 2, that is 2 centimeters. Okay. So R is equals to 4 centimeters by 2, that is equals to 2 centimeters. Done. So now let us find out the volume of toy. The volume of toy is nothing but the volume of the hemisphere plus volume of cone. Volume of cone. So what is the volume of the hemisphere? 2 by 3 pi r cubed plus 1 by 3 pi r square h. Yes. So 2 by 3 into, they told to take 3.14 as the pi in the question, into 2 cubed plus 1 by 3 into 3.14 into 2 square into 2. That is equals to, yeah, after solving all this, we will be getting the answer as the 25.12 centimeter cube. Just go with the approximate value. Don't worry about the calculations. Okay, just multiply and go with the approximate values. Done. So in exam point of view, the way you're substituting, everything matters. So coming to the answer, go approximately. Now, let us find out the cylinder. Now we found the total part, the inside part. Let us find out the volume of the cylinder now. Okay, so what is a right circular cylinder? Let, so E, F, G, H, right? C, F, G, H. This is the cylinder. Okay, right circular cylinder. Right circular cylinder. Right circular cylinder. Done. This is our cylinder. That's some circumscribed this solid. Okay, done. Done. So what is the radius over here? So this is the complete part, right? So that this complete will be the EH. So it is, yeah. This is also the radius will be like 2 centimeters only, right? Yeah. Done. Same only. Let us find out now. So the volume required will be, volume required is equal to volume of right circular cylinder minus, this is what the question is being asked. They want this volume of toy. They want this. Okay, we know already the volume of toy. What is the volume of cylinder? Pi r square h, right? Minus 25.12. So let us solve this. 22 by 7. Just a minute. That is equals to 22 by 7 into 2 square into 4 minus 25.12. After solving this, even this one also comes around 25.12 only. Not like 50 point some 50.2 like that. So when you subtract, it will be almost around like 25.12 centimeter cubed. Yeah, very simple, but just the logic you have to understand, just substituting the formula and replacing with the values. Yeah, a spherical glass vessel has a cylindrical neck. Okay, this is a neck. It has 8 centimeters long and 2 centimeters diameter. The diameter of the spherical part is 8.5 centimeters they have given. And by measuring the amount of water it holds, a child finds its volume to be 3/4. They have given directly the volume here. Okay, check whether she is correct taking the above as the inside. So it's very simple question. Yeah, we have to just check it whether it is correct or not. Yeah, done. So for the cylindrical part, for looking to this only the cylindrical part, okay, up to here, this cylindrical part. So the height will be, let me write here. Let me take this, okay. For the cylindrical part, for the cylindrical part, so height h is equals to how much? 8 centimeters they have given, and r is equals to 1 centimeter, that is like I'm taking it like 2 by 2. Done. And for the spherical part, for spherical part, r is equals to 8.5 divided by 2, that is equals to 4.25 centimeter. Done. Now volume of the vessel. Volume of vessel is equals to complete volume of cylinder plus the cylinder plus volume of this sphere. Volume of sphere. Just you have to substitute the formula. Let us see this. So pi r square h, pi into 1 square into 8, 4 by 3 pi r cubed, that is 4 by 3 into pi into 4.25 whole cubed. Done. So yeah. So 22 by 7, after substituting here, take it as 3.14, and when you do this, you will get like 25.12 plus 320. Just approximately I'm writing. So might be like 346.67 like that. So yes, the child is correct. Even they also got around 345. Hence also the child is correct. Yeah. A cone of height 24 centimeters. They have given h as 24 centimeters and the radius of the base as 6 centimeters is made up of modeling clay. A child reshapes it in the form of a sphere. So the cone was there and this cone was reshaped into a sphere. Done. So we need to find the radius of this sphere. We have to find out. Done. So first of all, let us find out what is the volume of the cone. Okay. So first find out what is given part. From that you find out what they want. Volume of cone is equals to 1 by 3 into pi into 6 into h is 24. Done. Yes. So 1 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 6 into 6 into 24. This is the volume of the cone. Okay. If R is the radius of the sphere, then volume of sphere formula is what? Volume of sphere is equals to 4 by 3 pi r cubed. Just equate both of them. So 4 by 3 pi r cubed is equal to 1 by 3 into pi into 6 into 6 into 24. Done. So pi cancel. So whenever you are going to equate two terms, don't calculate here and write the answer. Okay. Already while equating, many of the terms will be getting cancelled. So just if in the question they're asking some, it is melted or clayed. For example, they told the cylinder is melted into a sphere or a cone is melted and formed into a sphere. Then don't calculate here. Write down separately and equate them both the volumes. Then you can cancel the most of the terms. Okay, 3 cancel. Yes, 4 ones are 4 and 4 6 are 24. See, directly we got r cubed is equal to 6 cubed. So cancel the cube and r value we got it as 6 centimeters directly. So the radius of the sphere is 6 centimeters. Metallic spheres of radii 6 centimeters, 8 centimeters and 10 centimeters. So there are spheres of radii, there are 3 spheres, 1, 2, 3 with radius of these 3 are melted. So again they are asking a melting question to form a single solid sphere. Here there is no other different shape. The spheres are melted to make a big solid sphere. Okay. Now we have to find the radius of this big sphere. Done. The direct question it is, so they have given the R1 as radius of the first sphere as 6 centimeters, radius of the second one is 8 centimeters and radius of third one is as 10 centimeters. Okay, and they are melted. And now let us find out the volume of the first sphere, that is equals to pi R1 4 by 3 pi r cubed. Yes, 4 by 3 into pi into r1 is 6 cubed. This is the volume of the first sphere. Let us find the volume of the second sphere. 4 by 3 into pi into 8 cubed. Volume of the third sphere, that is 4 by 3 into pi into 10 cubed. Done. So these are the 3 volumes, and now we have to what we have to do, we have to add all these 3 and we have to equate it to the volume of the solid sphere. So we have to, yes, just add all the 3. Now volume of the first, second, third sphere together gives us the volume of this solid sphere. Now I am going to take 4 by 3 pi common directly, and 6 cubed plus 8 cubed plus 10 cubed. Yeah, 6 cubed plus 8 cubed plus 10 cubed is equals to volume of the solid sphere, that is equals to 4 by 3 pi r cubed. So 4 by 3 will be cancelled. Yeah. So what is 6 cubed plus 8 cubed plus 10 cubed? 6 cubed and 8 cubed and 10 cubed. After adding all this, you will get 1728, that is equals to r cubed. So r will be equal to cube root of 1728, and the answer of cube roots 1728 is 12 centimeters, and this is the radius of the resulting sphere. Yes. So before going to this question, you need to know what is a frustum of a cone. So for example, if this is my cone, okay, when I cut it here, so this base, the small base, okay, with the ending, this part, okay, is called as the frustum of a cone. So it will be like a cutting a cone with a plane parallel to its base by removing the top portion. Okay, so yeah, so not let me tell you again. So yes, this is this part. Sorry, this part is called as the frustum of a cone. Frustum. Okay, if I draw this shape again, it will be like this. So it will be like this, is called as a frustum of a cone. So the formula, the slant line, the slant height formula, L will be is equal to root of h square plus r square, sorry, h square plus r minus r whole square. And the volume of this frustum will be, the formula is 1 by 3 pi h r square plus r square plus r into small r, and lateral surface area, the formula is pi L into r plus r, and the total surface area is pi into r plus r, that is the lateral surface area, plus pi r square plus pi capital R square. The reason of capital R and small r, the radius of the first part, small part, and the radius of the bigger part. Okay, these are the formula for the frustum of the cone. So this question is based on the frustum. So let us solve this question. So if you look after the question, a open metal bulb bucket is in the shape of a frustum of a cone. Okay, mounted on a hollow cylindrical base. All right, and then it is made of the same metallic sheet. Okay, the diameters of the two circular ends of the bucket are 45 and 25 centimeters they have given. The total vertical height of the bucket they have given 40 centimeters, and we need to find the metallic sheet, okay, to make the bucket, where we do not take account of the handle bucket. Done. Okay, find the volume of the water the bucket can hold. Done. So let us start solving this question. So the total height of the bucket they told us 40 centimeters over here. Yes, total height of the bucket. So total height of the bucket they have given it as 40 centimeters. Okay, which includes the height of the base also. So the height of the frustum of the cone will become what? So the cylindrical base height is 6 centimeters, right? So yeah, so 40 minus 6. So the total height is actually how much? 40, and this height is 6. So now let us take it as 40 minus 6. So 40 minus 6 we get as the 34 centimeters, that is equals to 34 centimeters will be the height of the frustum of the cone. Height of the frustum of the cone. See, I'm writing a shortcuts, but you need to write in sentences in your exam. Yeah, done. Now we have to find out the slant height. What is L? L formula just now I told you. L is equals to root of height is how much? 34 square plus R minus R. So 22.5 minus 12.5 whole square. So they gave the diameter, so I just divided it by 2 by 2, 45 by 2, 25 by 2. We got this as the radiuses, and done. So after solving this, we got 34 square plus 10 square, that is equal to 35.44 centimeters we got as the slant height. Done. And coming to the metal sheet used. So they are telling that the metal sheet used will be equal to the curved surface area of the frustum of the cone. Let me write it to avoid confusion. Yeah. So area of metallic sheet used is equal to curved surface area of frustum of cone plus area of circular base plus curved surface area of cylinder. So complete the sheet, no? So we have to add all these three to get the area of the metallic sheet. Now let us find out the solution by writing the formula. Curved surface area of the frustum cone. Just now I have told you pi into 35 point. I'm directly substituting the values in the formula. 22.5 plus 12.5 is our capital R and small r, plus what is the area of the circular base? Pi r square, that is pi into r is 12.5 square, plus what is the curved surface area of the cylinder? 2 pi RH. So 2 pi into R is 12.5 into 6. That is equal to 22 by 7. So after solving this, we got it as 1240.4 approximately. And this one after solving, we got 156.25. And then this value I got 150 centimeter square. Done. So together when I solve all these three, so I got it as, yeah. So I got the answer as 4860.9 centimeters square. Okay, done. So now the volume of the water that the bucket can hold, we have to find. Volume of water that the bucket can hold. That the bucket can hold. Done. So what is the volume of the bucket? Also we can call it as the capacity of the bucket. Okay. Capacity. See, capacity, volume are the same terms. Whenever they ask you capacity also, you need to find the volume only. So capacity of bucket also we can call it as like that. Okay. Done. So the what that is will be equals to, yeah, pi into height. So 1 by 3 pi. Okay, I'm telling you 1 by 3 height is equal R1 square plus R2 square plus R3 square. So let us substitute all this. So 22 by 7 into 34 divided by 3 into 22.5 square plus 12.5 square plus 22.5 into 12.5. So after 12.5, done. So after solving the complete part, yes, we got the answer 22 by 7 into 34 by 3. The entire part after solving this, approximately I got 943.75. So after solving this, we get the answer 33615.48. Approximately, I'm taking it as 33.62 liters. Why? Because it is in the centimeter cubed. So these are the top questions. Not only this, so many other questions might be given, but the concepts are same. Just read the question, visualize the question carefully. So analyze it and attempt the question. So in the surface areas, the main part is the formula and the substitution and solving part. The calculation part, be careful. So try to calculate approximately and do the values. Thank you.